Hi, my name is Annalee Hickman, and I'm applying for an SJSU iSchool scholarship. What I want to talk about today in my presentation is the timeline of my career in law librarianship. First, I want to start in 2013. I earned a Bachelor of Arts, and I started law school. In 2016, I graduated from law school. I started a law library fellowship, and I published my first research article. With this fellowship, I worked full-time in a visiting professor position. This is where I began showing leadership in my library and external professional associations. For example, one of my main roles was to be the supervisor of the law student research assistants, and this also included overseeing all of our reference services offered in our library. I led a monthly committee meeting for the law librarian reference services people, and I also did a monthly training meeting for the law student research assistants. I utilized new technology and brought a new organization in my role in overseeing reference services. For example, I instigated the use of Google Calendar for the law student research assistants and the law library reference librarians. And I started using an email agenda from Google Calendar invites, and I even implemented Trello as a project management system where the full-time librarians and the law student research assistants could manage these projects together. With my article, I was able to publish it in a law journal, and that was my first experience in publishing a research article. In 2018, I began a tenure-track law librarian position. I also published a research article in the premier law librarianship journal, and I started my master's degree at San Jose State. In my tenure-track position, I continued to oversee reference services, but now I also am the leader of the faculty services that we offer. My official title is the Faculty Services Librarian, but I oversee those services and all the other full-time librarians that participate in our Library Liaison program, which even includes the director and deputy director of the law library. I also began another leadership position in the law school by becoming the faculty advisor for the student-run BYU Journal of Public Law. Here we are in 2019, and I've summed up my statistics that I've accomplished so far in my career in law librarianship. First, I've done 10 presentations. I view presentations as a way of showing leadership because I'm able to present at different conferences, especially for different external professional associations. Some of these places have included the Utah Library Association, as well as the American Association of Law Libraries, and the Utah Academic Library Consortium. I've also done 8 publications. These publications have ranged from research articles like the ones I mentioned and the one in the Premier Law Library Journal, as well as some shorter magazine-length articles for law students to help them improve their legal research skills or look at law librarianship as a career. I've also served on 8 committees outside of my law library. The average is I'm doing about 4 committees at a time. Some of the external professional associations that I'm doing these leadership roles through include the American Association of Law Libraries, special interest groups with research instruction services, and with American academic law libraries. I also serve on a Utah Academic Library Consortium committee as well, and I serve on a committee at the BYU Law School. Lastly, I've completed 4 editorships for various law and law librarian and legal writing and research journals. I see that as being able to move forward the articles in publishing. They need editors to do those things so that they can be a voice to the profession and be leaders in the new research that is out there in law librarianship and legal research. I believe that leadership is about inspiring and mentoring others, and so I look to do this whenever I'm presenting, whenever I'm a part of a committee, or whenever I'm doing editorships for journals. For the future, I have big goals. These are some of the titles that I would like to see used to refer to me one day. A master thesis writer. I plan on completing a thesis as part of my degree at San Jose State. I've already begun working with my potential thesis chair, Dr. Villagran, and I am beginning to do that research and writing, and I plan to complete it and complete the degree in December 2020. I also would like to be called director one day. One of my ultimate goals in my career of law librarianship is to be the director of an academic law library. And lastly, I would like to be called editor-in-chief one day. It would be one of my career goals to be editor-in-chief of a law librarianship or legal research journal. And that is why I'm looking to already develop and show leadership now in my library, in my law school, and in external professional associations, so that I can inspire and help others and grow those skills to be able to apply and have the skills to be granted one of these titles one day. I know that having a scholarship helps me in meeting these goals in my final degree in this path to being a dual-degreed, tenured law librarian in the field of law librarianship. Thank you.